Podcast apps are changing, and this is something that you don't want to miss if you want to grow your show. Hey, I'm Anna. I'm a podcast strategist, and I kind of keep up with trends so you don't have to. In case you didn't know, this is how people used podcast apps. And for context, I'm talking about Apple Podcasts, or what used to be iTunes, and Spotify. This is mainly because that's just where the biggest volume is. Okay, so before, people used to go to these apps to search for the shows they already followed, right? So you knew someone and you wanted to find their podcast. Or then someone sent you a recommendation and you went to the app to subscribe to their podcast. So the assumption was you already knew the person before following their content. Now things are changing to this. Recommendation is becoming a huge part of podcasting. And as you can see, I opened the app and this is what showed up. These pop-up that recommended the show. So what does this mean for you? Totally understand you're not the Kardashian, you're not Meghan Markle, but these are some important takeaways for the future of podcasting that you need to consider. If your podcast was to be recommended for a new user with no context, is your podcast ready to make the best impression out of it? Or does your listener need to know you and kind of be with you for a while to know everything there is about the show? What's the strategy for a first good impression? How are you going to make sure that these people like your show enough to follow you, to subscribe to your show? I happen to do podcast audits, so if you want to know more, let me know in the comments below.